So, are you losing easy marks from terminology in A level biology? Here are my top 5 words that lose students' marks across huge amounts of the specification. We will see exactly the mistakes students are making so that you don't lose these marks in your exams. And you will also see how many different topics these keywords are crucial to. Shape specificity comes up in so many topics. So, the first word we will look at is specific. I've shown here the sentences in blue that students often write and where the word specific is needed for the mark. Specific will often be underlined in bold in mark schemes. And you can see the range of topics here: homeostasis, proteins, receptors, immune response, synapses, genetic engineering, enzymes, and there are so many more. Specificity ensures that only the correct molecules interact, allowing precise control of physiological processes. You will also see that the term complementary often works in conjunction with the word specific. Next is the term membrane. It might surprise you how often this is underlined in bold in the mark schemes. Here are a range of different examples where it needs to be used. If we combine this with our previous word specific, we need to ensure we talk about molecules binding to specific receptors on membranes, whether it is the cell surface membrane, the sarcolemma, postsynaptic membrane. Remember to be clear which type of membrane you are referring to. So, our next word is allele. I cannot tell you the number of times as examiners we see the word gene being used instead of allele. Remember, a species all have the same genes, genes that code for proteins. However, there is intraspecific genetic variation that exists due to spontaneous mutation, creating new alleles, these new versions of a gene that could have varying function. Remember, mutations can have a positive or a negative effect, or even no effect at all. Here are some examples of where the use of the term allele, not gene, must be used, and where students lose marks time after time for writing gene. Our next word is one that, when we're in a hurry and we don't use it, it introduces scientific inaccuracy and therefore loses you the mark. Remember, an ion is an atom that has lost or gained electrons to complete its outer shell, and in doing so has gained a charge. Positive charge when electrons are lost during oxidation, and negative charge when electrons are gained during reduction. A hydrogen ion is an atom of hydrogen which has lost an electron, and we cannot ignore its positive charge and just call it hydrogen anymore. Similarly, we cannot refer to calcium being released by the sarcoplasmic reticulum. It is calcium ions which have lost 2 electrons, and this gives them a 2 positive charge. You are allowed to write ions out as chemical symbols, providing you show the charge and the charge is correct. And finally, my number one term is energy. How many processes that you have learned about across the specification use energy from ATP? I've listed just a few here. But when describing these processes, students so often write using ATP, and they should be writing using energy from ATP. Energy is often underlined in the mark schemes. Don't lose that easy mark. So, for more top tutor tips on A-level biology, go to SciBright Biology and subscribe to make sure you see the Study Leave series of daily shorts. For revision bites focused on the most important things to remember to ensure you get the marks.